Use sample legal forms. At some point in your life, you will more than likely require a legal contract of some kind. When you enter into a contract or have a need to use some other legal form, the last thing you want to do is try to draw up the document yourself. While a simple document written in your own words and signed by both parties can be legally binding, a professionally written contract covers your interests better than when you write yourself. If you don't want to pay the high cost of an attorney, you can find sample legal forms online. You can choose from a long list of sample forms to fit your needs. Depending on the website, you will pay a nominal fee for the privilege of using the legal forms. Some websites offer their legal forms for free. Step 1. Topping the list of most used legal forms is any document having to do with the financial obligations. The most commonly known form used is the power of attorney. This document allows one person to assign rights to deal with financial obligations over to another party. A power of attorney gives the assignee the ability to sign on the first person's behalf. In other words, the assignee can conduct business for the assigned or limited only by the terms of the power of attorney form. Other financial forms include loan agreements, sales agreements, and lease agreements. Step 2. Estate planning is a topic that many people would rather put off until later. Eventually, everyone must deal with this subject, or allow the courts to handle assets upon your death. One of the most important estate planning forms is the last will and testament. This document spells out to survivors what to do with assets and obligations that remain after your death. Other legal forms that are related to estate planning include living trusts, revocable trusts, and irrevocable trusts. Step 3. Starting a business is the dream of almost every American. Documents forming a corporation or a limited liability company are the first step in forming a business entity. When you move on to hiring contractors or employees, contractor agreements help define the scope of the work and the price for that work. To maintain confidentiality, you can have an employee or contractor sign an employee agreement with a non-disclosure clause. This prohibits the employee or contractor from discussing any trade secrets in reference to the business relationship. If you expect to have a board of directors, legal forms are available, which spell out the functions and name the directors and officers of the corporation or company. Step 4. Advanced medical directive forms instruct doctors and hospital caregivers what to do in the event you become incapacitated. Otherwise known as a living will, these forms are crucial. If you want to have a say about what happens to you in the event of a medical emergency, make sure that you complete a living will as soon as possible. It will save your loved ones the difficulty of making the decision for you in a time of grief. Jason K. recommends downloading and using sample legal documents and saving hundreds of dollars in lawyer fees.